a U.S. Army sergeant has been arrested in Russia after having been accused of theft. According to the BBC News, or the British Broadcasting Company News, BBC News, a U.S. Army soldier stationed in South Korea has been detained in Russia, the U.S. military says. The Russian Foreign Ministry said the charges were not related to, quote, to politics or espionage, close quote, but to a purely domestic crime. Staff Sergeant Gordon Black is accused of stealing personal property. The 34-year-old was not on official travel when he was held on 2nd of May in the city of, I'm going to try to pronounce this, of Vladivostok in Russia's Far East. Sergeant Black had been in the process of changing duty stations from South Korea to Fort Cavavos in the U.S. state of Texas, according to a statement from the U.S. Army. But instead of returning to the U.S., he traveled through China to Vladivostok for personal reasons, U.S. Army spokeswoman Cynthia Smith said in a statement. According to Russian media, he was visiting a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship. The soldier's mother, Melody Jones, confirmed to CBS that he was in Russia visiting his girlfriend. Please, do not torture him or hurt him, Melody Jones said when asked about her message to the Russians. Sergeant Black enlisted as an infantryman in 2008 and was deployed to Iraq in 2009 and Afghanistan in 2013. He was most recently assigned to the 8th Army U.S. Forces Korea at Camp Humphreys in South Korea. He did not request official clearance, and the department did not authorize his travel to China or Russia. The U.S. Army said there is no evidence he intended to remain in Russia. The Russia Interior Ministry informed the U.S. Embassy in Moscow on the 3rd of May that Sergeant Black had been arrested a day earlier for theft of personal property. He's being held at a pre-trial detention facility until his next hearing. The Army notified his family, and the U.S. Department of State is providing appropriate consular support for a soldier in Russia, the U.S. Army said in a statement on Monday. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told reporters the U.S. is aware of this case and other matters related to Russia. At the White House briefing on Monday, Mr. Kirby said he could not provide more details. Tyrone Bowman, never surrender, never quit.